Welcome to a journey into the shadowy realms of our present, where reality is as malleable as the pixels on your screen. Imagine a world where the very essence of truth can be woven anew. This is deepfake technology. In an era where the lines between the real and the synthetic blur, deepfakes emerge as tools of unprecedented power. No longer confined to entertainment, they have infiltrated our social and political landscapes. But what happens when these illusions are weaponized to fracture societies from within? Let's find out. Deepfake technology, an eerie amalgamation of artificial intelligence and digital artistry. But how does it work? Deepfakes use advanced algorithms known as generative adversarial networks, or GANs. These networks pit two AI systems against each other. One generates fake content, and the other critiques it, refining the output until the result is nearly indistinguishable from reality. The result is a seamless blend of pixels that can transform the ordinary into the extraordinary, the mundane into the miraculous. Initially, deepfakes found a home in entertainment, creating stunningly realistic animations and resurrecting deceased actors for new performances. However, the darker potential of deepfakes cannot be ignored. Beyond the glittering facade of Hollywood, these tools have been weaponized. Consider the implications. Forged videos of politicians accepting bribes, fabricated speeches inciting violence, or simulated confessions of treason. In the hands of those with malicious intent, deepfakes become potent tools for undermining trust in what we see and hear. Imagine the chaos when citizens can no longer trust the authenticity of their leaders' words and actions. Imagine a people turning on each other, spurned on by digital fictions created by outside actors to tear their own societies apart. Sociocultural subversion, an insidious strategy that seeds discord and nurtures unrest until a society cannibalizes itself from within. Unlike the blunt force of traditional warfare, this tactic is a whisper, a digital phantasm that erodes the very foundation of a nation. But what drives these rebellions? And how has technology evolved to serve such dark ends? In this new digital battleground, deepfakes are the weapons of choice. These hyper-realistic AI creations can make anyone appear to say or do anything. In the hands of a malevolent actor, they become tools to fabricate scandals, incite unrest, and drive a wedge deep into the heart of societal trust. Throughout history, uprisings have been sparked by propaganda and misinformation. From the French Revolution to the Cold War, the goal has always been to turn the populace against their leaders. Today, deepfake technology amplifies this power. The question is not a matter of if, but when will these hyper-realistic deceptions incite chaos? How can deepfake technology be deployed to create social subversion? The first step is identifying the targets, figures of authority, influential elites, and key institutions. Creating believable content is crucial. The deepfake must be meticulously crafted to withstand scrutiny. Social media platforms are the perfect vectors for these digital pathogens. With their vast reach and engagement, they can spread misinformation at an unprecedented scale. The strategy involves releasing the deepfake content in waves, each more inflammatory than the last, to maintain a constant state of agitation and suspicion. Ensuring anonymity is paramount. The creators of these deepfakes must operate in the shadows, using encryption and anonymization tools to evade detection. The goal is to leave no traceable link back to the origin of the digital deception. Consider the potential scenarios. A simulated recording of corporate moguls conspiring against the public, a fabricated video of military generals plotting a coup, or a deepfake of a political leader in cognitive decline, acting alert and articulate. Each scenario sows distrust, incites anger, and erodes the fabric of societal cohesion. The endgame of deepfake subversion is a fractured society, teetering on the edge of collapse. By eroding the trust between the public and its leaders, these digital falsehoods can ignite the flames of civil unrest, leading to a nation torn apart from within. What if a video emerged of a high-ranking official admitting to egregious corruption, or a prominent business leader caught in a compromising act? The public's initial response is disbelief, quickly giving way to anger. Protests erupt, fueled by the perceived betrayal and injustice. If the deepfake touches on deeply rooted societal grievances, these demonstrations can rapidly escalate into violent uprisings. The streets become battlegrounds as clashes between protesters and law enforcement intensify. But the short-term chaos is merely the beginning. The long-term effects are even more insidious. As the deepfake spreads and is dissected, trust in institutions and leaders begins to erode. The very foundation of societal order starts to crumble as the slow decline to de-civilization steepens. Accelerated societal fragmentation follows. Communities splinter along ideological lines, each faction convinced of their version of reality. The digital deception deepens divisions. Friends stop talking, turning instead to the devices that are the very source of those divisions. Trust, once lost, is hard to regain. The public grows increasingly skeptical of official statements, suspecting manipulation and falsehoods at every turn. This pervasive mistrust seeps into every institution, from government bodies to media outlets, undermining their ability to function. The very tools designed to entertain and inform become instruments of indoctrination and chaos, a sobering reminder of the power and peril of our digital age. Imagine waking up each day unsure if what you see, hear, and read is real. Every news report, every social media post, a potential fabrication crafted by unseen hands. In this post-truth world, deepfakes have become the ultimate weapon of mass confusion, dismantling the very concept of objective reality. In this fractured world, societal cohesion breaks down. Without a shared understanding, collaboration and progress falter. Democracies weaken as citizens lose faith in the electoral process, suspecting manipulation and fraud at every turn. Authoritarian regimes exploit this chaos, using deepfakes to discredit opposition and solidify their control. The foundations of our civilization, built on shared truths and collective understanding, begin to crumble. In this post-truth dystopia, power belongs to those who have control over institutions that generate and disseminate knowledge and can most convincingly inculcate young minds into a fabricated reality. Deepfakes, with their ability to fabricate evidence and distort reality, become the catalyst for orchestrated outrage. Picture waking up to find your face plastered across social media, framed as a deviant, a threat to tolerance, one who does not have the correct political opinions. Within hours, the digital mob forms, fueled by righteous indignation and a thirst for justice. In this digital age, judgment is swift and merciless. There is no trial, no presumption of innocence, only the court of public opinion, where accusations are verdicts and condemnations are swift. Innocent individuals find themselves in the crosshairs, their lives torn apart by the relentless onslaught of online vitriol. The consequences are all too real. Lives are ruined, careers are destroyed, and families torn apart. The line between virtual and physical blurs as the digital outrage spills over into the real world. Vigilante justice takes hold, with individuals taking matters into their own hands, seeking retribution against perceived wrongdoers. But perhaps the most insidious aspect of digital lynch mobs is their relentlessness. Once unleashed, the mob cannot be contained. It feeds on itself, growing larger and more frenzied with each passing moment. Even when the truth emerges, the damage is irreversible. In this digital dystopia, justice becomes a casualty, sacrificed on the altar of outrage. Standing on their self-appointed hill of moral superiority, the mob rules supreme, its judgment swift and merciless as it is uninformed. And in its wake, innocent lives lie shattered, lost in the tumult of orchestrated fury. People yearn for a stronger, broader authority to save them. And they get it. As societies crumble under the threat of deepfakes, people cry out for a global strategy to prevent the rampant incisions into their lives caused by the technological forgeries. Instead, The shadows of tyranny stretch across the globe, and the specter of authoritarianism looms large. At the forefront of this Orwellian nightmare stand once noble international institutions, now corrupted by the insidious tendrils of a failed ideology. Under the guise of unity and cooperation, they conspire with ideological confederates in authoritarian regimes to subvert the sovereignty of nations and consolidate power in the hands of unelected technocrats. With a flick of a switch, they fabricate deepfake images of world leaders signing treaties, nodding in agreement to policies that strip away the last vestiges of freedom. These manufactured consent videos are broadcast to the world, a twisted spectacle of compliance and submission. Dissent becomes a relic of the past, erased by the relentless march of propaganda and deception. Those who dare to question the New World Order are labeled as heretics, silenced by the digital guillotine of censorship and ostracism. In this dystopian reality, truth is a casualty, another victim of a globalist ambition. The masses, blinded by the glare of manipulated imagery, march in lockstep into a brave new world. A world where freedom is but a distant memory, and the chains of oppression grow ever tighter. And so we find ourselves headed towards a crossroads of history. A crossroads with no signposts or signals. We have witnessed the potentially profound power of deepfake technology to shape our reality. And while the scenarios presented here are hypothetical, deepfake technology will only improve with time and will almost certainly be used for nefarious purposes in the not-too-distant future. Artificial intelligence has the potential to bring about a golden age for humanity. But when technology such as deepfakes is placed in the wrong hands, the potential for tyranny is perhaps greater than it's ever been. And if the lessons of the 20th century, the bloodiest century in human history, can teach us anything, it's that there is no shortage of wrong hands. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more thought-provoking content. Only on Cretonium.